Hi, I'm Christina Crank. This is Week 6, Expressive Therapy Project. Today I will be introducing opposites in my therapy session. The kids that we'll be working with today do have an expressive language disorder, so they're not going to be as vocal and they're not going to have too much vocabulary knowledge. So I did put up this poster as visual cues for them, so that way they would have some examples, such as the ball is in the box, the ball is out of the box, the weather is hot, and the weather is cold. And then there's a few more at the bottom, showing wet and dry, soft and hard. These are just examples that we can go over that show opposites. But this activity will be for a child in kindergarten through probably 3rd grade. The activity we are doing will expand their vocabulary and will allow them to learn and comprehend basic concepts. First, you will have to teach the concept of what opposites are by breaking it down so that way it's easier for them to understand. So I'll start by telling them what opposites are. And opposites are pairs that, the opposites are pairs that have different meanings. So I've broken it down in examples for them just so we can talk about what is cold, for example. As far as ice cream is cold, ice cubes are cold, your drink with ice in it is cold. And then the things that are hot. Well, we know that the sun is hot, and we know fireplaces are hot, and soup is hot. So we're just giving them examples, because these are the basic words. And it'll take a few sessions for them to master this. They won't get it right away because they are just going to be learning this concept. So I've also chosen some picture puzzles today to help them in this activity. And I'm not bringing out all the picture puzzles. I'm only bringing out pretty much like three or four to start with. And I'll be teaching them the concept again. And I'll say, what is the opposite of front? The opposite of front is back. Together, these are opposites. The opposite of laugh is cry. These are opposites. The opposite of over is under. These are opposites. And then to make a game out of it, you can kind of mix them up. Put them on the table and mix it up for them. And ask them, can you find the opposite of over? The opposite of over. And they'll probably be looking, and if they choose a wrong card, you could say, oh, good try. Try again. It's the opposite of over. And you could also cue them and say, oh, remember it has a frog on it. And then if they choose the right one, say, good job. The opposite, and reinforcing it again. The opposite of over is under. And then you'll ask them another one. What is the opposite of cry? And then again, if they choose a different card, you can say, oh no, that's not it. Can you try again? Good try. And then if they choose, and say, you can also cue them also and say, remember, it has a clown on it. What is the opposite of cry? And then they'll choose the laugh. And you'll reinforce it again. Good job. Praising them and reinforcing it and saying it again. The opposite of laugh is cry. These are opposites. Of course, there'll only be one card left, so you'll say it again. What is the opposite of front? And they'll choose the back one. Good job. Good. The opposite of front is back. These are opposites. And to make it more challenging, a more challenging activity for an older child who has probably done this a lot of times and has already mastered a lot of it, you could take out the visuals and then just use words. And by learning basic concepts, we're providing children with the basic blocks, the building blocks that they need.